So, as I start out every interview, you probably know this, but the little red light means the camera is on. That means it, of course, is recording both video and audio. But before I even get into what we're going to be doing with the camera today, the first thing I want to do is talk to you about something very important, and that is the idea of sex trafficking. I want to make sure that you aren't the victim of sex trafficking. I also want to make sure that you're aware if you are or aren't. If you think for whatever reason you were forced to come here, if someone said something bad would happen to you if you didn't come here, or if someone like bribed you to come here, let me know. We'll call the authorities, make sure they send a female officer, make sure you get back to where you're supposed to be. However, if you're not the victim of sex trafficking, if you're fully aware of what you're here to do tonight, just let us know that now, please.
Yeah, I'm fully aware of what I'm doing tonight.
Awesome. And that's to have a great time, right?
Yeah.
But yes, so you came here today to D&E Media, to our wonderful facial abuse studios, to perform in this video shoot free of any coercion, duress, or threat of retaliation or violence of any kind.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and what is your name? And this is your legal name? And what is your date of birth? And what is today's date?
It is December 9th, 2021.
Yeah, yes it is. And that makes you how old?
I am 19.
And where are you currently living?
I live in...
And how long have you been there?
Not a year yet, but almost.
Applicable answer?
Yeah.
Do you expect to be going anywhere else anytime soon?
No.
If you can, for the camera here, you can just give us your phone number in case we need to reach you. Wonderful. And what IDs did you bring with you today?
I have my ID and birth certificate.
All right. And are they authentic?
Yes.
All right, can you hold those up for me now? I'm going to zoom in, show.
So
Okay.
authentic it is ripped.
It's all good. Good. Cool. All right, you can put those down now. Just so you know, our photographer will also take photos of you bunny earring them, and we already took copies to keep on file.
Cool.
All right. Now let's go through all the model names that you've ever been known as or published under. This could be anything that you self-publish under or publish under another company. You don't have to name the other companies, just the names that you've been known as. Let's start with the name you'll be using tonight.
Just...
All right, and you haven't been published under anything else?
No.
Okay. I'd be impressed if you were, because you're only 19.
Yeah.
You're like, every week it's a new name.
Imagine.
Live that incognito life. All right. Did you come along today with anyone else?
No.
Are you currently under the influence of any sort of alcohol, drugs, or mind-altering substances of any kind?
No.
Have you taken any alcohol or drugs or any over-the-counter prescription medications within the last 24 hours?
No.
How is your health?
My health is good.
Anything we should be aware of? Normally this is something like if you have if you're on your period, or maybe if like you're anemic, I should turn the heat up more so you don't freeze to death out here.
I am kind of anemic.
Okay.
I do get cold. I'm not on my period right now, so it shouldn't be an issue, but I do have endometriosis, and like every once in a while, like if someone's dick hits the back of my vagina like too hard, it's like, ow.
You're going to be feeling
And it's like weird, like I'll get a pain in my boob from like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But it should be fine.
Well, if you need it, we do have like things like Tylenol and aspirin here tonight for you.
I have ibuprofen too.
Perfect. Do you have any kind of diseases or infections we should be aware of?
No.
Do you have HIV or any other STDs?
No.
Are you pregnant?
No.
Do you have COVID-19?
No.
And you have a current HIV STD medical screening showing you're free of HIV, all sexually transmitted diseases, that you are not pregnant and you're currently free of COVID-19.
Yes, from talent testing.
And we have a copy of that here on file tonight. Do you understand that HIV, STDs, pregnancy, COVID-19 are a risk every time you have sex? Nothing ever fully eliminates that risk, and that risk is present today just like any other time.
Of course.
Are you currently on the use of any sort of birth control?
Yes.
And do you understand the nature of the sex act you'll be performing in the scene today?
Yes.
All right. Just so you're aware, and so the camera's aware, I already said it to you earlier, but we're an aggressive scene, spitting, slapping, name calling, puke play, piss play, hardcore aggressive sex, Just so you're aware as well, and if you have any questions throughout the day, just let me know at all. I have a question. We have the answer. But how our scenes are set up, they are set up in 2 halves. Each half is broken down into segments. So for instance, the face fucking is the first half. That is broken up into 8-minute segments, 3 positions per face fuck position. I'm sorry, 3 face fuck positions per first half.
Yeah.
So it's like on your knees, upside down, and then hands and knees on the couch moving head.
Mm-hmm.
So like those will be it. Each one's 8 minutes. We have 2 guys. We roughly do 4 minutes, 4 minutes. Sex is the remainder of the second half, which is roughly about 23 minutes. So you're looking more like 7 minutes each position. And with that, I can't even say it's 7 minutes in a full position. Sometimes, depending on like anatomy, a dude might not be able to hit it doggy style for too long.
Right.
It feels too good. So we have to like switch it up, you know? So
Yeah.
sex, I do want you to know there's a little more leeway in the positions that we use. Do you understand today you'll be shooting and performing with Mighty Fucks and Bootleg? And do you consent to working with them in a sexual performance?
Yes.
Those are the 2 guys that we always use per scene. Alright. I'm just going to go over a list of just generalized consensual items in pornography here. If you're okay with these things, let me know. If you're not okay with it, also let me know. This isn't an end-all be-all list we would be here for, ever. So it's just a generalized one. I'm just going to go through some of them.
Yeah.
Do you consent to vaginal intercourse without a condom?
Yes.
Do you consent to performers ejaculating on your face?
Yes.
Do you consent to performers calling you names like hoe, thought, or hunk of meat, slab of bacon?
Yeah.
Do you consent to being tied up or suspended?
Yeah.
Do you consent to being urinated on?
Yeah.
Swallowing that urine?
Yeah.
Do you consent to having sex with multiple men simultaneously?
Yes.
I am going to elaborate on that because you didn't ask. We're not doing anal today, so multiple men could be blowing one guy while another guy is penetrating you vaginally.
Yes.
Okay. Do you consent to fisting?
I don't think that is possible.
Okay. Do you consent to using toys like vibrators, Sibians, dildos, or Hitachis?
Yeah.
Alright. And I'm going to ask this one as more of a particular because we already discussed it. Do you consent to having the vomit poured on you as long as it's not your hair? So we're talking like face or like chest, things like that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Alright. So it's my understanding you feel pretty comfortable letting me know if there's something that you're not comfortable with tonight.
Yes.
Cool. That's the purpose of that list. And I'm glad that you answered honestly when it came like the fisting. I was like, oh, maybe it can happen.
Yeah,
That's
I can
good.
barely fit my own fist in my vagina. I don't think it works.
Was that just like a spur of the moment one night, like just at home watching a movie?
I was doing all scans. They do
Oh,
like
nice.
solo videos and stuff. They always want you to try
Try
at
and do
least, like as far as you can.
I always feel like whenever I talk to a woman about fisting, they're always like, I can never fist myself, and I'm like, you know, I don't blame you because like
It's
that's just like
hard.
a weird angle.
You have to. We did it with my left hand because it's like weaker, and I can like go like this with my
And you can
pinky
get it
joints.
into the
Yeah, and she had to like help me like move my arm to like get it halfway in for the pictures.
It's so weird, and I'm like, I don't know why. Like,
It's
I understand why I'm going to try it, but like, I've never had an issue.
Yeah.
But it's a different parallel, you know. It's just like
Right.
anyhow. Back to the paperwork. What did you come here to do today?
Facial abuse.
There you go. So you understand that you're creating a scene for an adult entertainment company, correct?
Yes.
And you understand that the performance for facialabuse.com will be both video and sound recorded and wind up on the internet?
Yes.
Do you understand that once something is on the internet, it is likely that people you know may see it, and it is considered online forever?
Yes.
Do you understand that once something is online and considered online forever, that there's no real ability or power to remove it from the internet? It can always be downloaded by someone else, uploaded somewhere else.
Yes.
Alright. With that knowledge, do you give your full and complete consent to participate in the sex acts in this video scene?
Yes.
Wonderful. You got your paperwork right in front of you. We went ahead and highlighted all the spots you need to sign and fill out.
Okay.
The first line is your rate for the night. I was told 3. Is that correct?
Yes.
Alright, there you go. You can start filling it out.
Initial all of them?
What's that?
Initial all of them?
Yes, please. Some of them have a sign and date on the bottom. And then on probably 2 pages in, It's going to ask you what state we're in. We're in New Jersey.
Legal name for...
That one is, there's one of them that requires your legal name. No, that one is the stage name. Yeah, going after it's going to be the legal name.
This isn't for my W-2, right? Or anything? This isn't for me.
No, that's your 2257. That's just like everything's on your regular ID. So the government knows you're 18.
On my ID?
It's pretty much all the same information that's on your ID. That's all I was trying to say. Like it'll ask you for your name, birth date, date of birth, ID
Should
number.
I put the address on my ID?
You have a different address than is on your ID because that's where you're living. That one can be the one that matches the ID. The one on your actual 2257 should be where you're or not your 2257. On your W9 should be where it's going, where it's mailing to.
Should I just scribble this out?
You can just like put a line through it. That's fine.
So this is for you.
Yep. But do you have any tattoos or piercings?
Very tiny, not noticeable tattoos, and my belly button.
And if you have a tattoo, just put a T where it is on your body, and then a P where the belly button tattoo is. Or belly button piercing is. That's why it's a P. Alright, is all the information answered on today's paperwork honest and correct to the best of your ability?
Yes.
Wonderful. Alright, before we go, I do want to talk to you about a few things on our scene just to make sure you understand them and you are aware. The first thing I want to let you know about today is our safe words, okay? We have 2 safe words that we use here and a safe signal. Alright, our safe word first off is break, okay? Think of a Kit Kat bar, you just need a break.
Yeah.
What break essentially is as far as a safe word, it alerts the guys, right, and they relent on what they're doing, but it doesn't necessarily mean the camera will stop. So let me explain, and another breath. Say you're in a sex position and you have a cramp, right, and you're like, break, break, we're like, hey, what's up? Oh, I'm cramping in my leg right here. Okay, great, is it okay we move it this way? Yup, cool. Alright, let's keep rolling, and we keep going. Just keep the energy flowing.
Right.
It's, not to, like, make everything grind to a screeching halt and then like stop, cut, and restart everything. It's kind of like a quick 3-minute fix. If it's something like, break, I just need to go pee and use the bathroom. Yeah, just let me know. Alright, cool, go use the bathroom. What I don't want, and this is just because I want to make sure you're safe at all times, is I would prefer you don't say something like, break, and then you just like run to the bathroom and lock the door. Because I'm like, okay, is this a meltdown? Are you hurt? Are you just peeing? You know, like a little bit of communication both ways. Lastly, it could be something like, break, I'm about to fall off the couch. right? Like in a sex position,
Right.
the guys might like let up what they're doing, so they're not like forcefully having you fall off the couch in that regard, but the camera might still roll because it's a good blooper.
Right.
Okay, so I don't want you to think that we're disrespecting you if like you're like break and you fall. You know, it's just part of the blooper idea. If you're ever in a state of distress and you think like you absolutely need a break and need everyone to back off, just like break, and you can like push yourself away and move away. We're not gonna like chase you and follow you. Once you say break, ball's in your court. Next one is time out. Time out is something I think every company needs to go over with whatever woman actresses they have, because what we utilize it here for is it withdraws your consent. I'm saying that on tape, you know this now, the world knows this now. When you withdraw your consent, we can't do anything. No more filming, no more touching, nothing. We get you a robe. You know, hey, thank you for trying. It's pretty much, I quit. And you wouldn't be the first, you wouldn't be the last. But it's there for you. And I think it's important that every woman knows that they have the ability to not only just quit, but to legally withdraw their consent. Okay? So do you have any questions about break or timeout so far?
No.
All right, lastly, next thing I want to talk to you about is just like our little safe gesture, which is tapping on the guys to like kind of like let them know you need some air. It's a deep throating face fuck scene. You're not going to be in control of what's going in your mouth because you're just going to sit there with your mouth open. If you need a breath, just give those guys a tap. I like to say tap in an area if you were a zombie and you're like kind of like doing this. The reason being is the camera is always going to be focused towards your face when doing the face fucking. So as long as your arms are like in just a regular general forward thing, like this would be like their lower leg. If you're upside down on the couch and you do it, it's going to be like their back. You know, I don't like to say leg because we flip you upside down and you're like, I can't reach this leg. You know, and like it just looks bad on camera. Like, and that's the thing with the safe gesture too. It's not immediate. It's not going to be like, you know, that done. It's, I like to say a slow 5 seconds. We've never had anyone pass out or be injured, and I'm looking to start today.
Right.
But it's not going to be as quickly as like that. Okay, so think of it like 5 seconds. Okay. Any questions on break, timeout, or the safe gesture? All right. Do you feel mentally prepared to begin tonight's video scene?
Yeah.
And of course, you understand that you are working for facialabuse.com as an independent contractor?
Yes.
Awesome. Then I will turn off this camera, let you finish getting ready, and the guy should be here shortly.